Hello everybody and welcome to another time-lapse drawing. This one is my zodiac mandalas. I would have had this uploaded a little while ago because you may have noticed that I've had this drawing on my Facebook and my Instagram for a little while now, and I still haven't posted the video onto YouTube. The reason was because it was like 21 minutes long or something, which just goes to show how long it took. And that was kind of the quickest frame rate I could do and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was 21 minutes and YouTube wouldn't let me upload it, which kind of sucks, even though I'm pretty sure they say I can upload videos longer than 15 minutes, but obviously not. Yeah, so I've had to put it onto my computer and double the speed again, basically. So now it's only 10 minutes, well, 11 minutes long. So yeah, anyway. So with this one, I wanted to give it like a, because it's obviously the zodiacs and they're all to do with the stars and all that lot. I wanted to give it quite like a an astrological kind of feel with, like, you know, the sun and the stars and solar systems and galaxies and all that lot. So obviously I started in the center with the sun to have like a center point and kind of like a main focus area, I guess. And then I decided to put like a calendar, like the usual zodiac calendar, around the outside with all the different zodiac symbols in the circles that you can see them there in the pencil. Yeah, so here this is all dot work now, but obviously the line work is lines, and I've just come straight in with the dot work. Doing it all freehand, I didn't really want to plan it too much. You know, I just thought I would wing it and see what happens, and it seemed to go quite well. I do that with most of my things, really. It's quite a bad habit, but you know, it seems to have gone alright so far. I don't really plan much. Here you can see I'm starting off. You can kind of make out the band going behind the sun there, where there's more going on, kind of thing, which is kind of like the Milky Way, I guess. Just like this band of galaxies and stars and planets and suns and stuff in all the black sort of thing. So you can see there is obviously a darker, blacker patch, which is like, you know, outer space sort of thing. Now I'm trying to fit in as many sort of different little things as I can and make all the sections look a bit different, you know, something new in every section. So that's why it's kind of good, you know, to make it up as you go along and not have too much planned. So you see down there I did like a Saturn kind of planet with the rings, which I thought came out really nicely. It looks like it's just sort of emerging from the darkness, kind of. And for galaxies I just kind of did swirls. Wasn't really sure how else to interpret them. I mean, you can understand how this bit took so long, considering that I only used like 2 different types of, or sizes of pen in the whole thing, really. I used a 0.3mm and a 0.1 for sort of finer details. So you can see if I've got a obviously dot in solid black, like you can see there. It takes a very long time. But I find, like, you know, you can't really cheat these things and you can't rush them, or you know, there's no way around it. Like, you have to do it, because if I was just to color them in black, you'd never get the same effect. It wouldn't look the same. So I'm happy I did it, even though it did consume a large portion of my sort of life just recently. Anyway, so that's coming to the end of this section, and now I start to use some gold. Oh no, sorry, this is the colouring. Forgot about that bit. So yeah, I watch a lot of like documentaries and stuff, such as like Cosmos and a lot of Stephen Hawking's things, and so like I said, I never really. Sorry about that, dog's barking. So I never really like plan anything. I never, you know, draw from reference or anything like that. Like I would never have a picture of the solar system sitting there, you know, whilst I draw it. I'm just not really like that. I've always just drawn from memory or from how I think something would look. And that's how it's come out here. I just draw from what I remember seeing in, you know, documentaries and stuff. And I think it came out quite nice. You know, I pick the colours that I find would stand out best and look the nicest, and I chucked them all in there, sort of one by one. And then you saw me do the gold pen. That was kind of an experiment, even though, you know, once I've done it, I can't really go back on it. I can't exactly rub it out. But it was quite an experiment because like, I really don't like gold, and I would have loved to have done it in silver. But obviously, the packs of pens that I buy, you get a gold and a silver in the pack, and I don't want to keep, you know, like buying them and then ending up with a stockpile of gold pens and using all the silver ones. So I decided that I would just, you know, man up and use the gold for a bit. And I'm actually really happy I did. It came out really well. But yeah, that whole bit in the middle was just a complete experiment with the gold. So here, I'm starting on the circles around the edges, which are the zodiac symbols. And I decided to, you know, carry on with the whole theme of the universe and all that lot in the middle. So I've done them as like a spacescape sort of thing, like, you know, and then the symbol is in like in the nebula, you know, in the stars, written in the stars sort of thing. And then you see the white circles too. Those are the constellations mapped out behind it as well. So I've got. Okay, right. So I've got the constellation, the symbol, and the color as well. You can see how they're color coded there. And really the same as the middle, I just, you know, dot worked it. Here's a nice close-up shot so you can see the detail. So this is the 0.3mm, and I do the whole thing in that to block it out, you know, get the base layer down, and you know, map everything out to where I want it to be. And then after that I come in with the 0.1, which is this bit, just to add some more finer details, and then the colour over the top. I think the colours are 0.3 as well. And I just use sort of like several shades of, you know, whatever colour I'm using. And you might see as well how like my progressions come along from that first one you saw to now. Like, you know, I said I wing it and I don't really, you know, plan it and all that lot. Which just goes to show here, because at the start I wasn't leaving all these white spaces. And as I was going on, I just kept thinking, I need to leave more white, I need to leave more white. So I started leaving more white, and it made it look so much better, and like making the really dark bits much darker and leaving no white in them, but then leaving a band of white between the cloudy bit, you know. I think it came out much nicer in the end. So it's back to the gold pen. Now I've decided that I like it. And because this pen has that, you know, that shiny, it's almost like paint really, you paint it on kind of with a pen. I kind of decided to do, you know, one half first, so I did the darker half first, you know, where the shading would be, because I want this outer like dial, if you like, or calendar sort of like emblem thing. I want it to look like it was made of metal and be kind of 3D. So I did the darker side first, like coloured all that in with gold, and then I had to dot work over the top of that, let that dry, and then I could come in and gold pen the rest of it, kind of thing, like gold pen the lighter side, and then just add, like, you know, the last few details. So this bit took quite a long time as well, because of having to leave it to dry or all that lot. So this is now one half the gold pen's done. So now I'm adding the dots for the shaded side. And it came out quite nicely in the end, actually, because I laminate all my drawings afterwards, because I work at printers, so I can just take them in and laminate them. And I matte laminate them, so it gives it a nice matte finish. It makes the colours like stand out. It makes the blacks go really deep. And I wasn't sure what it was going to do to the gold pen, because obviously the gold is shiny, and matte laminate is matte. So I wasn't really sure what it was going to do, so I just chanced it anyway and just went for it. And it actually came out really nice because, like I said, I don't like gold. And what it did, it actually dulled it down and made it more like brassy, bronzy sort of colour. And it looks really nice. So I was really happy with that as well. Gave it a much nicer look. Still slightly shiny, but it's got that dull bronze-like effect. It's really nice. So the last few little details, and then that final semicircle. I was going to continue the like solar system sort of thing out onto the white, but literally I didn't want to spend like another year on this drawing. But anyway, there it is. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Cheers. See ya. Sorry guys, I forgot because I sped the video up, that bit was going to go really quick. But anyway, here's a better view. Cheers guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for more. Subscribe, like, and all that lot. Thank you very much. See ya. Bye.